Jay.
Fuck.
That's why he made it on the show. Nobody heard anything you said.
That's
All right, so for those who didn't hear and are watching, we were talking about my trip to LA. And basically, it was ran by a buddy of mine, Taylor, and his mom. And it was called Strike Fest with Exciter and Merciless Death and Nasty Savage and all those great bands.
Yeah, that's
Saw a lot of bands.
There's volume now. There's volume now.
Lots of stories. Food was great. I want to go back.
Yeah.
And we talked about how the bathroom had glass walls. So if you had to take a big poopy, everybody in the room is seeing it.
That's like that.
And I'll tell you one story because weed's legal now.
Yeah.
So me and somebody else. I won't name.
Yeah.
But me and somebody else, we went and bought a bunch of weed stuff and went to Rainbow and saw all the sites, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the Rainbow, we go down the strip, and I waited, and maybe it was in like baked out time, but it felt like an hour that I waited for my rum and coke. And I asked for a rye and ginger, and I was like, what? Because they don't do rye. Right? So
Yeah.
I'd ask for whiskey, I just asked for Jackson Coke. And then I walked into the Rainbow, and I just kept tripping balls. And I was like sitting there, and I turned to this guy, and like, right here, see that booth right there? Vince Neil got his dick sucked. Right there. And I was like, man, I'm kissing a path right now where Eddie Van Halen probably fucked someone. It got out of control. And then I'm looking at all these pictures, and the pictures got too much, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, but the Rainbow is insane.
Yeah.
Like, because so much history, everything there, like the carpets, the same carpet. They've never changed. It's same everything. You go on, I went onto the rooftop there where everybody probably did heroin and OD at some point.
Yeah.
It was nuts, man, because that place has been around forever.
Everywhere.
It was crazy. I didn't know how to work my phone. That was ridiculous. So I was out of it. So we get back, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I gotta go to Subway or something. So I tell my friend, I'm like, yo, let's go to Subway and grab a bite. And then this Navy veteran walks up and just starts talking to us about all this really cool stuff. Can I remember it? No. No. I'm just like, he was just really enthused about his adventures. And then I go and I grab my sandwich, come out, wait at the stoplight. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, what the fuck? Like, why isn't this light changing? Then a movie's being filmed. So I look around and there's all this, there's like this, it's a spy car. It's like a spy movie.
Yeah.
The European plates, and this guy's whipping around this fucking corner, and there's a big fucking car with cameras on top, and it's following it. And I'm like, whoa, this is kind of cool. Meanwhile, I've been there for 20 minutes watching. I'm like, man, I can't wait to eat my sandwich. This is going to be great. Realized after 20 to 30 minutes that they shut off the fucking street lights because they're filming the movie. So I sat there and I'm like, I look at my bud and I'm like, we're idiots, because they know there's somebody in that corner going, look at this now. Look at these guys right there. Let's see. I'm going to bet you $20 they're going to stand there for the next 20 minutes, and somebody made money off that. And that was my trip to LA. But yeah, we've traveled around. I went to Italy. I've done Japan.
That was my next kind of freak. Like,
Yeah.
we're all happy. Like, Japan, how was that? Man?
Japan was cool. Mickey runs a festival out there called True Thrash Festival, right here.
I was gonna ask.
Nice.
So I'm answering all my questions. In one
I know.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Easiest show ever.
this one was cool because I called it the Festival of Friends, because everybody was buds that we've already played festivals together in other places.
Yeah.
Or shows, and it was one giant fucking like, he rented out every night after the festival. We rented out a restaurant, and we'd go in, and then fans would pay money to eat with us and to just chill out. and have like free, like they got to pay for like a buffet and stuff like that. And it was intense, man. It was so fun. And who was on that? Sacrifice, Hyrax, Blood Feast, At War, Reverge, Us, Tankard. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but it's on my back. And but I just remember just hanging out. I didn't know Hyrax that well, and how we became friends was just by going and grabbing liquor all the time from the convenience store. and cup of noodles. Cup of noodles was a big thing. And we had a week together, and I was just, if I wasn't hanging out with the Sacrifice guys, I was hanging out with the Hyrax guys or something but there was no egos. Egos got checked out the door.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you had my buddy Lorenzo there. He's the basis of Blood Feast. That guy is a cartoon. He's the best storyteller I've ever met in my life. Oh yeah, like he's just sitting there, and it's just like I love starting like inner city fights where I'll tell I'll go on Tom's page or something. It'll be like, who makes the best pizza in the 5 boroughs, and that's it. The whole time.
Yeah.
The Staten Island does all the time. So look, you don't know, bro. I'm telling you, you have no clue. Staten Island does the best pizza. Queens is nothing but a suburb. At train station, you get to the real borough. Like, it's all the time. I love Tom so much. He's the best, and like you'll get everybody, and it was just a great festival to be a part of, and super respectful. Like everybody was super respectful. All the staff and everything sounded great. You had like merch tables were always taken care of.
That's always.
It was ran really well. The thing is, Mickey has such a good following because that was the 10th when we did it. Razor did it before without me there with Rob Mills at the time, but he has such a following. This was the 10th year that he was doing it. It was a 10-year anniversary.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the only thing is the flight kills me.
Is there double stopover or you just stop over or what?
We did a direct flight. I think it was 17 hours.
Oh, dude.
17 hours on the plane to we went to Tokyo and then flew to Osaka and then had like a 2-hour ride to our hotel.
Oh,
That's a long trip.
Brian Kennedy rock, man.
Who was?
Brian. I got fucking terribly to this black thing.
Oh, stop!
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it was. We've had some cool trips. Like that was one that really stuck out for me was Japan. New York was great because we played St. Vitus. We played St. Vitus. Dude, New York's the best. Ed Harsey, my boy there. Dude, Ed's so funny. He's another one. There's no night without Razor. I'm telling you, there's no night without fucking Razor. It's like Jesus Christ. They're wild over there. We played with Blood Feast and Bat, which is Ryan Way's other band.
Oh, nice.
They're really cool, man. It was that was a killer night. Got some New York pizza after.
Yeah. 5 different kinds to see which one was the best.
I wish. It was a pretty crazy thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then Europe was just what did we do? We've done Germany a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Spain.
Hopefully go in there soon.
Oh man, we're supposed to be scheduled for Britain. We're doing England, and then we're off to Sweden right after that.
Nice.
Doing the Abyss Festival. We got booked. Czech Republic was really cool, man. Yeah, just all over.
Holy,
I-
tour, eh?
Yeah, I've done. I think we counted. I was talking to my brother about it one time, and I think it was like half the world.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's
So
something.
man.
where's your favorite place?
Favorite?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the
Don't get mad.
Right?
I don't know. Everything had something cool about it. Like I really liked Argentina.
Yeah.
Because their beef there is insane. I love to eat, as everybody can tell. But I love the beef there because they're really known for their Angus beef.
Mhm.
So it was really good, and the hospitality was fucking amazing. I had a lot of fun in Italy because I love Italian food and just the culture.
Yeah,
It was really, really cool.
I love a lot of that because there, everybody sits down and they just talk, and they eat and talk, and eat and talk. It's just
Yeah, I
fun,
know.
right? Like-
It's something else,
Yeah.
man. I had a blast. I think I was there with Mike and we were just nonstop eating Italian. I was like, I can't do this, man. I'm gonna deal with later tonight.
Yeah, tired, full, right? You're like,
Oh yeah, I like Germany. Germany was really cool. Netherlands had a fucking blast.
how was that for the speed for music over there?
It was cool, man. It was one of the biggest venues we played at the time, called the 013 Club. It was a massive stage, great crowd, but the crowd was just spinning, man. It was lighting that shit up.
Yeah.
You know, they were just eating it up all night, and just metal after metal. We were playing with Pig Destroyer and Corvo
Oh,
Nice.
Big Destroyer,
and Reverge and all them, and Blasphemy was on that bill, I remember. It was a weird bill to be on for the fact that it was just we were thrash band. There wasn't any thrash bands on there, but for the quality of bands, it was cool.
Yeah.
And catering, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Steak. I was right into it. But no, it was a really good festival. A lot of good people. And when we were out partying that night after, they would give you a to-go cup because it went bar, right?
Yeah.
So they give you fucking to-go cup so you could go and just hang out at whatever bar you wanted. Fill it up, I'm going to the next bar. Huh. No, it was awesome.
Where was that one I
Yeah, right?
And the best part is in Amsterdam, everybody parties all night. They don't care. They're just like, and the next thing they're doing soccer chants at like 4 in the morning. they do this thing. They will yell, and then the whole other hotel will yell, and they'll chain yell.
That's
Till
awesome.
party bucket.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah, most of them just like, ole, 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 ole.
Just goes right around.
Yeah, it's been one place I want to go to. I do want to go to Australia. It's a big one, and I want to go to Norway.
Yeah, Norway would be a sick place to go.
Yeah, I'm going near there. We're scheduled to do something in Poland, but yeah, we're going near there. But I want to do
Like actually go.
yeah,
and be
actually
there.
go and see there. See my buddy Tommy Spokes
Yeah.
from the Hookers.
So how long you been with Racers?
Going on 8 years.
8 years now. Wow.
8 years I've been doing this. Those guys putting up with my ass. It's been a lot of fun. 8 years. I left for a stint last year or 2 years ago, and then I came back. But yeah, it's been basically 8 years. We got new album coming.
Oh,
Finally
wow.
making progress. So now lyrics are almost done or close. They're close to.
Mhm.
But as far as I know, the lyrics are getting done, and then the drums are done, rhythm guitar is done, bass is done. So we just have leads and vocals, and that's it. And then everybody gets the goddamn album.
Yeah, baby.
So stop asking me. I love all you guys, but the messages are killing.
Yeah.
No, they're honestly no. I love the enthusiasm for the album. I really do.
Yeah.
Everybody's really pumped about it. So there's a lot of big stuff that I can't mention yet that I'll tell you guys after.
Yeah, we can always talk.
They get privy to this, sorry. But no, it's a lot of cool stuff. And once this literally explodes, it's gonna mean a lot of awesome things for thrash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's involving a lot more people than just us.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's
that's not like the whole community's kind of coming in.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm actually just involved in a compilation album now with the Ripper stuff, where it's us, Raider, Invicta, Stolos, and APOC. And it's we're all doing our favorite bands.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
Like
it's
a tribute album.
yeah, like a tribute kind of album. So it's pretty cool. It's coming along nicely.
Nice.
So I don't know when it's gonna be out. Jonah, I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to say anything.
You didn't spill too much. You just
Yeah, I didn't-
just
Just a little bit of
I didn't spill too much, but no, it's gonna just keep an eye out for it. It's
Yeah.
just basically bands from Kitchener, because Kitchener's got a lot of really crazy thrash and metal
Yeah.
coming out. So
Mhm.
it's a great scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff. So that should be coming out. I'm not sure when, but keep an eye out for it. I'm sure I'll put something out.
Who are, you got anything going on over there?
Oh, I'm just listening. I'm listening.
Just did and left.
No, well, see, we've had a lot of conversations about a lot of stuff. So when it comes to like what I can ask or whatever, like
It's
I'm
hard for
already,
you.
yeah, it's hard for me to kind of like weed through all the things I've already heard, and I feel like I'm re-asking questions, even though like nobody's heard the answers
Yeah.
to these besides me.
Well,
Who's some of your favorite bands?
some of my favorite bands?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. My top favorite band in the whole world is the Ramones.
Remote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top band, because I'm sure my mom, hi mom. every interview.
I'm watching it then.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, she introduced me to Ramones when I was going to like auditions and cats and stuff way back in the day, and it was it's always been in the family. So that's my big top everything moment. Because it just reminds all the cool road trips I had with my mod, like going out and like seeing some cool shit, right? It was awesome. So
Not taking you around.
yeah, just like going and like listening and just having good times and boss and talks and shit. So you got that. That's a big one for me. And then it goes down to obviously Slayer.
Yeah.
Massive for me. I remember when I met Dave Lombardo for the first and like only time. And he was super high, by the way.
Yeah.
Like his eyes were as red as that. Like he was out of it. He was like still, he was really chill about it. And then I go, I'm 18, I'm all full of piss and vinegar, and
Yeah.
I'm ready to go because this was right before the Unholy Alliance tour. So I'm ready to like watch and do my thing. And
Grandparents are watching, by the way.
my grandparents are watching, by the way.
Grandparents are watching.
Aw.
What did they say? Hi, Nana, Bobby. I'll see you guys at
His face
Easter.
just got really red.
I'll see you guys at Easter. Sorry for all the cusses.
Yeah.
So what it was Dave. I go up to Dave and I'm all full piss vinegar and I'm like, hey, you're the reason I drum thrash. You're like the ultimate, like seriously, you're the ultimate drummer. And he goes, what about Lars? And I went, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, Lars is a bitch. and he just starts laughing. He's like, oh, come on, he's a good kid. And that made me die laughing.
Yeah.
My dad's sitting there going, you just fucking call Lars a bitch?
Maybe.
And I'm like, yeah, he goes, awesome, let's go see some tits. So we were going, oh yeah, because we were going to Hooters. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
We went to Hooters when I was in Chicago. Actually, we went and seen Slayer.
Right.
And just happened there was all kinds of other bands with us there, right? Actually, that was the first time I seen Code Orange, but
Code Orange is sick.
Oh man, I normally have their sweater on every show,
Yeah.
but tonight I got the Bad Margie. No,
Hey,
Bad
Red
Murdoch.
Rocks.
I always
Nice.
get confused with that movie. Bad Mardigan, man. So well.
No, they Code Orange is cool. I think the only time I saw them was when Hatebreed came around for their
Good luck.
Yeah.
25th tour of their first of Supremacy.
Yeah.
And they toured. It was Code Orange, Twisted Tongues, and Hatebreed. Oh, Dying Fetus and Hatebreed. That's what it was. I was there with my buddy JP and
I love the name.
little brother
Man.
Stu.
Dying Fetus.
Right?
Dying Fetus is good.
They are though, yeah.
They're the one intro of the song still gets me. It's just like ding, ding, ding. So what if I do drugs? Fuck the baby, let it die. I'm like, and I'll be at my buddy Scott's house. She's like, wait, it's coming. And it's like it just cranked, and he's like, awesome. It's rude.
That's sick, man.
Oh, those are fucking. And what's your favorite show you've seen? I want to know you for
absolute favorite show ever I've seen Rammstein here in Toronto.
Really, I didn't get to see that. Tell me how it was.
Very first time I was at work. We're working. I heard it on the radio tonight. Docs, Bronstein, looked around, I'm the boss today. Pack it up, baby. This show's over here. I drove to the Docs, right? So I fit in the parking lot with.
What the hell was this? Like 99?
Yeah, give or take. First time they were ever in Canada, right? Okay. So we get there, I get there, right? And then I ended up running into two of my buddies in the parking lot, man. So I'm sitting in my truck, getting out of my work clothes, throwing in my jumper clothes on, right? My truck fucking just starts bouncing, right? My buddy Chad and Shield jumping on the fucking truck. You made it, man! We didn't know you were coming. Like, no one had cell phones back then, right? Like, we just did shit, right? And then we got in, and Mushroom Head, I think, opened for them. And
Amazing life.
And Ron Stein, like, the guy's right in the middle of the concert, and it looked like a pyro went wrong, and he caught a full body burn, and all the lights were out. People were, oh. He stood up and peeled off this mask that he had on for the time, and just started right back into the song, man.
Oh, shit.
It changed my life when it came to live music. I was like, that's the standard now, right? Like,
yeah, that's a high standard, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen their live shows now?
No.
Oh my God, it's a whole stadium, and they got 4 giant pillars. Look it up after we're done.
Yeah,
because it's 4 giant pillars, and they have these big, big torches that go probably like 200 feet high, and the flames must go. Because you can see them outside the stadium.
Wow.
I've never seen that.
It's a massive stadium setup now, like they do in Berlin and like all around where they can go.
Yeah.
Because they're bigger than, I think they're bigger than Metallica in certain areas.
Wow. I can see that overseas.
Yeah, I can see that in some areas.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, so.
I think Metallica played, I think the biggest crowd they had was like 4 or 5 million people or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Give or take. That was overseas though at a big festival. I remember watching the interview and they're like, we couldn't even hear our instruments over the crowd. Like, we could barely tell we were playing. Like, I can't.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Why did I see Metallica? I saw them in 2013. I had to get
Oh, how was that, man?
That was cool because it was an all request thing,
Oh, yeah.
and it was
All their old shit.
it was they played all their old shit, and they I'm just laughing because I remember a buddy of mine got into a fight, and I stopped the fight by telling them I fell because I got pushed out of the way so they could get to him. And I stopped the fight by going, wait, I didn't spill my beer. And then by that point, security was already there, so I don't think anybody got hit. But that was an all-day party. They were the last band that day.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Nice.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think.
They played Motor Breath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the early stuff. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, I think one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show, was Aerosmith Run DMC and Kid Rock.
Run DMC was.
Fuck yeah. That was a good, I've seen a lot of fucking good shows. Cannibal Corpse and Thy Art is Murder is one of my favorite fucking shows.
That was cool.
Oh, it was amazing. I was in the pit for Thy Art is Murder, and I got so banged up I couldn't go back in for Cannibal Corpse. And I didn't want to. It was so fucking brutal, dangerous. Right? Oh my God. It was brutal. But yeah, those were probably 2 of my favorites.
I got video from us at Chicago and Derringer's Escape Plan.
Dillinger's Escape Plan, yeah.
That's why I don't say people's names and shit. I get them to do it.
Yeah, Dillinger Escape Plan is something else.
Yeah.
The crowd split and then everyone just ran and like drop kicked each other and shit. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
People doing donkey kicks in the pit
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
Oh,
yeah. So I think the best show I've ever seen though, because I had the best thing happen, was Slayer, Unearth, and Thine Eyes Bleed at Cops Coliseum because me and my buddy showed up and we couldn't believe Front Row wasn't taking it. We showed up late and like Front Row was still open. Thine Eyes Bleed was about to go on and we're like, what? Let's go, man.
It's awesome.
So a couple things out of the show that was awesome. One, this old woman that went to every punk show, every metal show in Hamilton was there.
Wow.
And I forget, I think her name was Eleanor, but I'm not sure. But she would go and she was like, I was here to win my power over here. You know, like she was awesome though. And like all the punks and metalheads, the big motherfuckers, linked arms and created this dome around her so she wouldn't get hit by the pin at all. So she would just have her own little like VIP made out of humans. And it was cool. Then the other one was Jeff Hanneman gave me a pit.
Wow.
Nice.
I was so close. You could hear Kerry King's chains rattle off.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. But yeah, Hanneman gave me a pit, and I still got it to this day. Oh, it's fucking.
My buddy Tim, we followed Slay around on the final tour. I'm like, dude, I gotta take this day off. It's the world final tour. We did it 7 times. Come on, man. Like, how many times I thought they were done? The final tour. It's still the same tour, man.
Yeah, they
got
did.
7 different times that
Your
I
mom said her name's
right?
Ruth.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Ruth. Ruth is her name.
Nice.
I can tell she's paying attention. She's
Yeah.
watching.
So, like, when you're not, like, fucking touring and partying enough on, like, a rock star, like, what do you do in your downtime? Read a lot? Or
I play video games.
yeah, right.
I work. I do concrete construction.
I know.
And then I basically hang with friends.
Yeah.
Not too much. I jam too.
Yeah,
Like
right.
we get songs done and whatnot.
So how does that work when you go on tour? Your job's cool? Like,
Oh yeah.
that's fucking mint.
Oh, yeah,
You
they-
can't ask for better.
Yeah, they're pretty. It's nice to be in a company kind of where they love me, like they're musicians themselves, half of them. So
Yeah, right.
they're just like, yeah, man, as long as there's good time to call, like just take the time out, give us some early notice.
Like, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, give us some notice and everything's good.
I did
So
that last year when I first took off, when I first started doing, like, actually interviewing bands. My first interview was with No Paradise down in Arizona.
no
That was
shit.
that kind of road trip I was talking about.
Oh
So
yeah.
I got down there, man, fucking, where was I going? I can't remember now.
You're talking about taking time off. and
Oh
everything.
yeah, so anyway, I was only supposed to have 2 weeks off, right?
Yeah.
So I fucking go down, I'm in Arizona, cruising up, get talking to a friend down in Mexico, go off to Mexico. My boss calls me on the 2 weeks to the day that I left, man, like, hey man, you on your way home? I'm like, no, I just got into Mexico, man. Like, I'm gonna be another week at least, maybe 2, right? I came back 32 days later, man.
Oh my
Right?
how'd your boss like that?
I don't know. He never really met. I think it made him so angry he can't even mention it. He doesn't really even talk about it or nothing, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Well, I ended up, I went to Arizona, El Paso, Mexico. Then I stopped in Louisiana. Then I was in Mississippi and Alabama for a bit. I went up to my home state there, Georgia, up in Athens, and hung out for a couple of days there. That's fun as fuck, man. I'm sitting at the bar, right? I'm just sitting there chilling. This girl's talking, doing her schoolwork, because it's all university students there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a physics is whatever. I'm like, fuck right in and start talking to her, right? Like, and then these dudes come over, hey man, you want to play a fucking drinking game? $5 to get in? I'm like, I'm Canadian. You're not allowed to play. I was like, all right, I didn't think so, right?
Yeah, I've had those drinking games.
Yeah. The beer down south is different though.
Oh, yeah.
Water, right?
Yeah, no, we did a South American run, so I went to Mexico. It was fun. We did South America.
Yeah.
We did Mexico City. We did.
How is Mexico City? I
It
went
was
and did
fucking
Jim Hoff.
crazy. It's so, man, I felt like a beetle. Like, it was, like at one point we went to roll away after the show and people were like trying to climb in the van with us.
No way.
Like, where are you going? I'm like, not where you're going, man. Like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, this isn't late night at the Apollo. I'm not throwing another set. We gotta go. We gotta leave tomorrow. We're not sticking around and partying and shit.
Oh.
So, they were riding. There was people riding on the back of our van. Like the guy was told, we're like, dude, get this the fuck out of here. Like, because people were pounding on the windows and shit. So we start rolling, and then I look back and there's some guy. He's like, like, sure, yeah. If you're gonna make that kind of commitment, yeah, I'll have a drink with you.
Why not?
But we did that, and then we went over to Bogota, Colombia. That place, weirdest thing about that place, it smells like fresh cut grass everywhere.
You're
Seriously.
a little weird. Crying grass, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, it smells like fresh cut grass everywhere. I walked out, and I love that smell. That's what I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was another wild ass show. but it sucked because Bob got food poisoning.
Oh no.
So he's sitting there in Mexico. He got food poisoning after the Mexican show. So he had milk, and he goes, "This milk's a little warm." So I go, "Okay." He goes, "Fuck, tell the guy to like give me some ice cubes or something so we can bring it back. Yeah, have to be cool." So he goes and gets all these ice cubes, puts them in his milk. He's like, "Oh, that's better." Drinks it. Oh my god.
You so freaking warm if you're gonna drink it. Don't
So
I'm not a fan of milk unless it's like ice cold.
Yeah.
So this whole story is making me
Oh
so
man. So we go back to the hotel. The show went off. It was awesome, you know. And then next thing, we get back to the hotel, and then I'm staying up. I'm watching TV or something, or I'm calling somebody, and then I just get this text from Bob: "Go to Mike's room now and get some Imodium." I'm like, "Oh, why? What's going on, man?" It's like, I'm telling you right now, do what I say. I'm like, "All right, dude, no problem." So I run down, and he just looks like a bag of wet shit.
Montezuma revenge.
Oh my god, he looked terrible, right?
Yeah.
So I felt so bad for him. So I gave him and the next day we wake up, and I'm like, "Do you feel better?" He's like, "Not at all." So we have to wait in this airport. He's dying. I think he's physically dying. I'm like, "Dave, we have to line up another singer right now."
Yeah.
Send Bob.
Yeah.
But he goes in. He has to go through this flight, sit in this small plane, turbulence, and everything rocking his stomach around.
Oh,
We get off. We have to drive to another place. He goes in, still feels like shit. We do the show, and he still feels like shit.
Oh,
And I can see him. He's sweating profusely, looking at me every scream. You can see him clench because he doesn't want to shit his pants. And I'm like, "Bob, oh my god, I felt so fucking bad for him." And people, we felt bad because we wanted to meet everybody out there and do, you know, because we are thankful for everybody that comes out.
of course.
But everybody's like, with their albums, they're like, they met everybody except Bob, and they're going, "Where's Bob? Where's Bob?" And I'm like, "You don't want to meet Bob right now." Bob doesn't want to meet anybody right now. He's so sick. He manned up though. He did like easily. Like, Bob's one of the toughest road dogs I've ever met.
Wow.
That guy will go through hell to get a show done. And he goes and does the show, gets back, and then we go back to the hotel, and then that's where it ended. And the next day he's like, "Holy fuck, I feel bad." We're on our way to Chile, Santiago, Chile, and apparently in Chile, if they spit on you, they like you. That's a thing. That's a custom there. So if they like the band, they hork on you. Huh.
That's gotta be a little
And
weird.
so everybody
everybody
was like, "You ain't fucking spitting on me."
No.
Get the fuck out of here. It's a sold out show. We were playing with, it was us, Sacred Reich, and Excited.
Yeah.
And we're like, "There's no way. I'm
What
not."
did you do from?
I just rolled the one.
Oh, I thought you were on the phone.
Yeah, I just rolled that one and voted.
What do you vote?
No, I just have to get up and
Everything's here
my
over
papers and
there.
stuff.
all
There
that.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it just, so we went over there, and that's the big thing. They want to spit on you. No, you're not
Don't do that.
spitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't spit on us, please.
Yeah.
And I think Dave even mentioned in the show, he's like, "Do not spit on me, please. We like you, and we know you like us.
Yeah.
Don't hork on me." I think Mike actually got hit too
Oh,
by one. I think he got hit right in the eyebrow or something. He was telling me about it.
that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, no, it was a 2.5. Then we went to Paraguay, and Paraguay, it was weird to do a show in Paraguay because everything, Like everything's bombed out.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a city you don't expect a new show.
No.
But the fans were awesome. They did like a DVD quality show, like filmed the show for us and everything, and like DVD quality, like sounds nice
awesome.
and like there's like it looks like crane cameras and editing
Nice.
and I'm like
Right.
holy shit. And
That's all they have is the stadium that they throw trash metal
Yeah.
throws in.
And the weirdest thing is they have a Hard Rock there. They have a Hard Rock cafe. So Joe Perry's guitar is in a Sunshine Air.
The one here was just Robbie a little while ago.
Oh, that's
Oh, really?
Yeah, they took the Green Day guitar, the Pink Floyd guitar, and something else. Yeah, and I don't know how they did it because, well, I mean it's pretty quiet down there right now.
Yeah.
But where the Hard Rock is, it's in between the Marvel Arcade and the entrance to the casino on Coliseum Boulevard. So like people are walking through there constantly.
Yeah.
And yeah, they stole a few guitars out of there.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. I don't know if they ended up getting them back.
We'll find them in 20 years when someone wants to sell them.
Right?
Well, that's just
in
it.
the storage locker.
Yeah.
It'll be on storage more. There'll be some guy, I think we recovered something.
Yeah.
Be him and his bitchy wife.
Yeah.
You didn't spend our money right. So God, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta bring, then they're gonna turn to the camera. Now, I think what we have to do is we have to do the right thing here. We need to, get it to the cops. We're gonna let the cops handle it, and then we're just gonna find out what else we got. Next on Storage Wars.
Yeah.
We got nothing. Just some old papers and some gloves and a toboggan.
Take a run with
This guy looked like they always want to do that analysis. Looks like this guy had a really good family, and I think he just made a wrong decision.
Yeah.
They can tell all that by looking at their stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, have you heard that? Everybody sits there like a grumpy old man. You can tell a lot by somebody's bathroom.
yeah.
That's fair.
True, right?
That's fair. That's true. So what was the song that turned you into a metalhead? That one song.
Jeez.
Mine was War Pigs.
I don't even know because pretty sure I was listening to like Metallica and shit really, really young. But let's go from what I remember. What I remember was when I would always watch Much Loud, and I saw.
The real show.
Yeah, exactly. And I was watching Much Loud, and I saw Slipknot, Wait and Bleed.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Oh,
that
Nice.
was,
They're Mia's favorite band too.
Yeah.
She loves her song with The Devil and I.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
was a great song.
Yeah, I took her in 2019 to see them,
Yeah.
and yeah, she fucking loved it, man.
yeah, I that was what turned me on, man. Those guys turned me on to that
Yeah.
was Wait and Bleed, and then went from there. At the same time was like Dragula and shit, and early White Zombie stuff. And then I remember I was listening to Korn, I think, Follow the Leader.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
my dad came in. My dad's like, "Whoa, this is some real fucking metal, man." Yeah. And he gave me Sepultura Rise, Slayer South of Heaven, and he gave me what was the other one? Testament.
Testament. That was my cousin turned me on to that band. Just shortly
Yeah, he gave me
after I got into
Testament, I think no, he gave me Exodus, Bonded by Blood. And it was those three albums, and then he's like, that's what this is about. And then it just went from there. And that's how I learned about Razor and shit too,
Yeah,
was through him back in grade 6 and 7. I learned about Sacrifice, Razor, Cider,
And
and all these
here we
guys,
are.
Annihilator. Yeah.
Right?
You mentioned Rob Zombie and Korn at the same time, and I actually saw them when I was 14. Razor opened up for them.
Razor opened up for
Pretty
Rob
sure, yeah,
Zombie.
pretty sure it was Razor.
Was it?
It might have been. I'm pretty sure it was.
I don't know.
What date?
March 97, maybe March 97. I don't know. I was 14.
Oh, babe. I don't know.
I'm like this far away from 40, so
Yeah.
like we're going back quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Razor was out there. I gotta check with Dave.
I'm
on
not
that one.
sure.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. I'm pretty sure it was.
So,
I
because
could
that would be
I'm pretty sure
cool,
Wes.
and I'm gonna tell Dave that he should remember that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, check it out definitely, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it was
That would be something else. Because I know a lot. I'll tell Bob about a certain day. He'd be like, "Did we play there?" I'm like, "Yes, Bob, you played there." Look at this. The guy's not even hasn't been in the band that long. He knows our whole history.
Yeah.
Because he'll go in and tell me about, I'll tell him about shit like that. It's like, and he always says it, the hard drive's full, man.
Yeah. So when you're on tour, like, are you guys driving yourselves or are you guys on tour?
It depends. We kind of fly in and then somebody usually picks us up, takes the hotel.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll either have somebody that's delegated to take care of us.
Mm-hmm.
So they drive us around, get us some food, stuff like that to help us out. And then, because Dave can't see, right? Dave's blind. So that helps. But if we're in the States where we kind of can figure out where we're going, a bit easier like Europe, then we'll rent like a car or something. We don't really rent a bus because we're in and out of the country pretty quick.
You just move to your days.
Yeah. Like we'll show up Friday, play Saturday, leave Sunday. We're done. We're home Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's really, really quick.
No, it wasn't. It was Videodrome.
Videodrome?
Yeah, it was 1999, but it was March. I was
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say I never heard
yeah, no.
So being traveling, like being in all these countries, what's the weirdest food? I know in Chile they eat guinea pig, like it's just on a stick and fucking.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's a guinea pig off the street. Like when I was in Cuba, I don't even know what the meat was.
You were saying that earlier.
I was all worried, and then I got home. I was so hammered, I just started drinking tap water. Got back to the hotel where I was living for the week.
Yeah, right. Wherever you are is home.
Yeah, right.
Weirdest food? I'd be careful of what I eat. I don't try too much shit.
Yeah,
because
my problem.
Well, it's just you gotta play that night.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not a time to be experimenting with food, or else you'll be a fox.
Yeah, right.
So what I normally like, I'll see it. Like I've seen some shit. Like I went when we were in Japan. Japan was nuts because they had fish skin chips. Like and they had like they had squid chips and stuff like that, and then they had all this stuff like dry dehydrated popcorn shrimp,
like
sour cream. Like it's just like the little shrimp, and you just stick it. Go ahead, right? And I'm like, is this like really? Is this art? This has to be artificial. There's no way you're throwing real shrimp, and then it's like it's dehydrated. Fuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Like it's like, do you really want to be that guy showing up to a party after you've eaten all then hitting on some broad?
No,
just
right.
being like, hey
baby.
Hey baby, what are you up to? Well, you smell like you've been with somebody. Sorry, Dan, I know you're watching.
That's funny.
My grandfather's probably not.
Doesn't he have the same birthday as me?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Where's your favorite spot to play here in Ontario or Canada?
What?
Where's your favorite spot in Ontario?
Being
that you're like
one of my favorites. I haven't played too much in Ontario, to be honest. We usually kind of go out, but from what I've played, Opera House was always just a big dream.
One of my favorite ones.
I played there with River. We played with Municipal Waste, Chainbreaker. I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
Chainbreaker. Oh my god, I can't remember the other band. But everybody was just solid. I remember that. It was a fucking wicked show. And but that place was just awesome to play. I've always wanted to play there. But my favorite spot probably is Maxwell's because it's home and it's quality. It's a great venue.
That's your comfort. That's like your comfort zone.
Yeah, like it's just I played both rooms. I played the big room and I played the small room, and both sound great. And it's just great staff there. Yeah. Like Paul's an amazing guy. He's a great booking agent too. Like he always brings in really good bands. Nice. Like fucking Steel Panther came there.
No way, man.
And who else was it? Lion. Oh my god. What's Steve Harris's other band? Lion something. British Lion. They played there. And so Steve Harris from Iron Maiden was there. You know, and not Skid Row, but Sebastian Bach played there. And he's always had a list of really good bands. He had Kiefer Sutherland playing there too.
Yeah, wow.
Right, that's pretty random, but that's pretty cool, actually.
Kind of random, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I know.
right, why not? If you can, you
A
can.
bomb was
Right.
not going off in a city, so he had time to.
Yeah, save us.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, he took a day off from saving the world to play some tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a question for him. What do you do in your off time when you're not saving the world? I play shows.
Yeah.
I like to
Still
make some,
saving the
I like to play,
Yeah.
saving the world doesn't
From down south.
saving the world
Nice.
doesn't pay that well.
Right,
And I can do side gigs.
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
What are you up to with Reverend?
New album's done. Getting the finishing touches on it. Andre, who does the artwork for Municipal Waste, did our artwork, and it looks fucking amazing. So it's just that and more writing. That's all it is. We can't do much, right?
Yeah,
Kinda
right
sucks,
now.
so.
Close.
Yeah, so we're just writing and jamming and having fun. Apparently, that you've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
That is after our writing sessions. We turn our jam hall into a nightclub.
Yeah.
we sit there and it's I don't know, it's really fun just to, after you jam out the songs and shit, you just sit around with your buds and remember where you came from and just jam tunes that you all love. Like,
Did I score a glass while you're up?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
no.
more.
I'll lay here.
You know where, you've been here more than once,
I
you
know,
know
I just
everything
didn't
is.
want to be rude and get up on the shoulder.
Yeah, no, what do you mean?
Just some water, please, in this little cup right here.
Oh, you know what I didn't buy when I went over to the store? Coke.
Ah, the nectar of the gods that would be. I like cherry
About-
Coke.
Orange pop.
Not much of an orange
Chocolate
kind of
milk.
guy. I've drank 2 glasses of chocolate milk already.
Is that your limit?
Well, I didn't want to be on milk. My bones are strong enough for now. I don't want to get.
So you say.
Yeah, right.
Okay, craziest mosh pit story.
Oh my god, craziest mosh pit story? Trying to think.
Well, it's a story.
Story is what I said,
Oh,
DJ.
okay.
Well, it's not really a mosh pit story, but it's a funny story interacting with the crowd. So,
Yeah.
well, we've had a couple of them. One of them that's really cool was when we were in TTF Hamburg,
Yeah.
Tree Thrash Fest. They have a chapter in Hamburg, Germany, so they do that. Well, Dave, sometimes when he's feeling comfortable with the fans and really feeling the night, he'll go down to the fans, and there's a video of him playing All Instant Death in the middle of the pit.
Nice.
Oh,
And like we have guards that have like, you know, bouncers and shit because he's blind and it's dark.
You can see, right?
So they're all kind of crowded around like this, and their fans are really nice. They know not to touch it.
Yeah.
It's like you want to hear the song, but they're
Yeah.
hear the song, don't touch it, right? But yeah, he goes down there and like fans are fucking lose. They just always lose it. It's awesome. And yeah, he's done that a few times. Went down and hung out with everybody.
Not to,
And then the other one, which was really funny, I think we were in New York when this happened, and Mike was on stage, and this girl with big giant knockers comes up.
You go on.
Yeah, she was sitting front row in the center. We all noticed it.
Yeah.
And she goes up to Mike, and it couldn't have been any quieter. It couldn't have been any quieter. And I'm going, oh, here's this girl go, if you play fast and loud, I'll suck your fucking dick. I start dying. Mike's face goes beet red. And he's like, and he just starts doing that nervous laugh that everybody would probably do. And so he does a nervous laugh, and then all you see is Dave go into Mike and go, I wrote the song. And then she tried to follow us back to the fucking dressing room. Mike's like tells the door guy, he's just like, make sure she doesn't come back, please. But
That's gotta be a little crazy sometimes, man.
yeah, we've had our moments with that. It's, there's some cool stuff. We've seen some cool stuff, but like people having like razor tattoos. You've seen a few of them, like A lot of them like getting the Evil Vaders logo and shit like that. There's somebody we know, but actually got a Ripper tattoo too. And but yeah, it's always fun when you see dedicated fans.
Yeah.
That'll come out and support, and they'll put an ink on their body for the rest of their life.
Oh, right.
Which is pretty cool. They're buying shirts and stuff like that. And
So
they're going out.
You guys have merch for sale and shit?
Yeah, we do a Shadow Kingdom has stuff. Relapse Records that we're signed on to, they have stuff. You can get everything there. We just dropped Escape the Fire, which is on High Roller Records. You can get there's a pre-order right now, so it comes out in July.
Nice.
And we also did, I think it's Relapse did the reissue of the first album, Armed and Dangerous.
Yeah.
And they did the live album, Osaka Psycho, and a bunch of colored vinyl, different variations of vinyl and stuff like that. It looks really cool.
Vinyls really making that comeback, man. They're selling everything. Right?
Yeah. Everybody's getting vinyl again because it sounds fun.
It does. It always
sounds way better, and it's just cooler packaging.
Yeah.
I like going out with buddies. We meet a bunch of buddies. Used to go out and we'd buy albums, and then we would always have money that's set aside for one that looked cool.
Yeah.
That you had to go and buy it based off of the cover looking cool, because it was kind of like the lottery. It's like just buying a trap thing. Just buy a cheap metal album and maybe it's gonna be awesome. Maybe it's not. And then if you don't like it, sell it to your friend.
No, trade it. You know?
Yeah, trade it. Like you never know, unless you got a really bad album. Everybody's like, you're stuck with that. Right?
I put it on every time you guys come over.
Yeah, until somebody gets that. You know what? This just takes a little acquired taste. You want to buy it?
Yeah.
What's the first album you ever bought?
Oh, I can remember clear as day. Sex Pistols, Filthy Lucre Live on CD.
Nice.
That was the very first album I bought. And Sid Vicious was actually the first T-shirt I bought.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think I still have it. And I bought it when I was like 7.
Nice.
Bought it at some record shop. I see it on the wall.
Mine was, I think it would either been fucking Metallica, Ride the Lightning.
Nice.
Or it would have been Pantera, the fucking Block or whatever it was.
Vulgar Display of Power.
Display of Power, yeah. One of those two albums would have been my first. I went to the store and I bought it, right?
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
The first album I ever bought was the Dazed and Confused soundtrack.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Green album.
Yeah. So
Nice.
funny when you watch that movie now, you hear the squealing tires on grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no sense at all.
But nobody ever points it out.
No, right?
Yeah.
No, that would have been awesome. I love that Filthy Lucre live album because my mom once saw the tour. And she still has the picture, right?
Yeah.
She went to Molson Amphitheater to see it. And just some of the banter that Ron said.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just laughing like fat 40 and back. Oh man. Yeah, that was a great band. I like watching all them. And like them, and we went, I think it was me and Ma were hanging out the other day, or maybe, I don't know, it was last time that me and Ma were having a party night and just drinking and listening to tunes and shit.
Chilling, right?
We were listening to like old 60s Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Nice.
Incense and peppermint. And what I still need to grab, I want to grab is the Spinal Tap soundtrack.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let the flower people.
What was since we're all a huge collector of t-shirts and cotton t-shirts,
Yeah.
what was your first t-shirt you ever had? Not even had to been bought.
The first one I
Ever gone
Yeah.
or
I
First
can't
one you
remember.
ever had.
I
That
can't
you remember.
Yeah, probably Sid Vicious one that I said. Yeah.
Mine was fucking outrageous. I didn't even know it said David on the back. I had hand me down shit.
No.
Like fuck wherever my mom got it.
Yeah. I don't
No
even
clue who
remember.
it was at the time.
I don't even remember what my first.
Yeah.
I think it was a Marilyn Manson t-shirt.
Yeah. What was the first one? Can you remember the first one you bought? No, right? I can't.
Korn's like this peachy t-shirt.
Yeah?
The fucking black around it,
Yeah.
and it was white. I think.
Oh yeah,
And it had it said Korn across the front, and And then Life is Peachy in a Little Circle.
Yeah.
I think that was the first t-shirt I ever bought myself.
The rarest t-shirt I have, because my dad gave me a bunch, so I have a bunch of really rare ones. I have Megadeth when they played the cornet in Kitchener. It actually says Megadeth in Kitchener, Ontario on the back.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And it's Dave Mustaine on the front with a BC Rich bitch. He wasn't even endorsed yet. He was still like 20 years old.
Nice.
Wow.
I think he played with Merciful Fate that
Right on.
night. Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
that, and I have the original Exodus Bonded by Blood from the '85 tour.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
original Slayer Rain of Blood t-shirt. I have 2 of them. I have original Venom Black Metal.
Oh, wow.
I have original So Far So Good So What Megadeth, and original Metallica Ride the Lightning, Damage Inc. tour. Both I have 2 Injustice for All ones. Like
Yeah.
he gave me a bunch.
Wow.
Original Celtic Frost
Yeah.
shirts, Morbid Tales and shit. Yeah, those are good. I got original Testament what Environmental Holocaust, dude.
Yeah, my cousin was a huge Testament fan, man.
Oh,
And
Testament.
him and Guns N' Roses, he got me into the Guns N' Roses and shit, right? But then I was already kind of listening to like Motorhead was my first metal
Yeah.
experience, right?
Motorhead.
I love
Love that.
Motorhead.
Yeah,
I got to see
Love you.
Motorhead and stand next to the lead
fucking
singer
God
of
amongst
Bunch
men,
of
that
the
guy
show.
was, right? Like, he was a legend,
It
man.
was his best
Yeah, I've seen Motorhead a bunch of times. The best was we saw him in Kitchener at Elements.
No way, man.
At Elements, and we like everybody. As soon as that I never forget it. As soon as that got announced, everybody, like all of my friends, all like everything blew up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all fucking everybody's like, you going? Like I got so many fucking messages, and I'm sending them out just as fast as they're coming in. So I'm like, so all it was just me and all my friends.
Yeah.
It was the same thing when Suicidal Tendencies played in Kitchener.
Yeah.
We were just like, holy fuck, because we were playing sick of it all.
Cradle of Filth there not long ago. Like last year, the year before or something, around November or something.
Cradle played?
Yeah, but I got pictures of her.
Oh, no
on
shit.
Stage. Yeah, me and my buddy Boo. I think Tammy was there for sure.
I thought that was in Toronto.
No, we seen him in Kitchener.
Oh, no
for
shit.
sure, yeah. I can check right now because it saved the destination.
No, that'd be awesome, because
Yeah.
it'd be, no, that'd be awesome, because I'm pretty sure that probably did happen. I just fucking forget if that did happen. Because I don't know, I heard something about it. I saw Carcass in Kitchener too, I remember that, and Mayhem was your show. And who else showed up? There was a bunch of bands. See War.
Nice.
War was great. War was one of my favorite fucking shows. Kitchener, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they were amazing live.
Oh,
I've never seen them.
seen
No, I
War
haven't either.
7 times, I think.
13
No, like
fucking photos.
1,500 shows I've been to. I've never seen that. There's a lot of good bands I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a band you haven't seen that you want to?
You know what? I've seen almost everybody I want to. I've because of playing festivals and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I get
yeah,
to check
I
out. I get to check out a ton, but I think right now, probably if SOB got back together, because that could actually happen. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the guys are thinking, but if that happened, I would definitely go see an SOB show any day. But yeah, as far as people being together still, Sodom. I think Sodom's one that I haven't seen. We were supposed to play with them, and their visas got denied,
Oh,
so we couldn't see it. It was kind of beneficial for us because we ended up headlining Maryland Death Fest. We just moved up on the card.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was cool, but unfortunately it sucked just in the sense that I really wanted to see Sodom and just hang out with them a little bit, see what they were about. But the bands I really want to see are
Live in Kitchener, but
Oh, nice.
yeah.
There you go.
Just making sure.
Probably
that
that was probably at Dallas or Elements then downtown, most likely. Yeah, I wanted like Ramones. That's
Yeah.
or Pantera. Like those are the bands I
Yeah.
didn't see that I would immediately be like, let's go. Oh, here's one. I want to see Sepultura, the original line.
Yeah,
That would be
I've
amazing.
seen them with Sepultura and Soulfly, both two different fucking shows.
Yeah. Do you see the original lineup of Sepultura?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
no.
I've seen them. It was only a couple years ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wanna see with Max and
Yeah.
Igor and those guys. But that would be probably the top for me.
Wow.
Would be that, like, those guys, I'm a huge Sepultura fan, so it would be awesome.
Now, as far as the band goes, where's your ultimate dream to play?
That you haven't.
That you haven't played. Obviously,
My dream, everybody says Pocket, but I say Download.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Download just, man. Like, every time I see the lineup and the headliners, it's the tits. It's the best thing. Like, they always have the biggest of the baddest bands headlining. And I always would love to have that freak accident where I'm there and they're like, yeah, you're on like the same day as Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Like just something like that.
Yeah.
So I could run into Steven Tyler and tell him how much he looks like Gemma Teller from SNL.
Yeah.
But no, like it would be cool just to gain, because I like talking to musicians and gaining knowledge.
Yeah.
And just like, how did you do this? How did you do that? I don't hound them by any means, but it's nice to just get into a conversation with somebody, and sometimes they spill some knowledge, and you get to indulge yourself.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true, right?
It's really cool, especially like talking to Carl. I talked to Carl Kennedy for a bit from the Rods.
Yeah.
And he produced Fistful of Metal. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was Carl Kennedy. And talk to him about that stuff, and I'm pretty sure though now I'm fact checking myself.
Yeah, right.
Now
I know.
I'm like I don't know. That's the thing, but I'm pretty sure it was him. But or talking to different people like Rossabos from I was about to say Rossabos Ray from Goon, but no, Ross the Boss from Manowar. Just talking to him about just how did you come up with this or that, or because it's not always, I like doing bullshit talk and just talking about life with people.
Just in general, right?
But sometimes it's nice to just ask people questions. Like I was really fortunate to talk to Dan Bueller about stuff.
Oh wow, man.
And I fucking love Dan Bueller. I have such a fun time pranking Dan Bueller. It's the best. And I do it a lot. And I'm fortunately never gets mad.
Yeah.
But I'll do something like that. There's little things where I'll get off stage and be Dan, just have a good show, and I'll give him the sweatiest.
Yeah.
And he's just like, Jake, get off me.
Yeah, right.
But that, or like there was one time he told me the reaction, so I don't know if this is real. But he was signing autographs in Calgary, and I just went, all right, Dad, I'll see you later. And he goes, you prick. Everybody thought it was your dad. I got a million questions. Like I'll do shit like that, or just I'll just screw with them, I'll tell people he's my boyfriend. And he has a lot of fun with it. He's a killer dude and stuff like that. We have a lot of fun, and I screw with Alan too, and like, it's as I said, on the road, it's one big family.
I'm gonna say that seems like a huge family.
Yeah, like especially when I'm with Gus. Like remember Gus Pin from Sacrifice when I saw him at Slayer, and it was at Slayer at Molson.
Yeah. So
I saw him, and I was very inebriated, because Slayer's about to go on. I was there since midnight.
Yeah.
And then we walked out, and there's a picture of me hugging Gus, and I'm just squinching his face, telling him how awesome. Yeah, right. And he's like, "Fuck, man, I love you." And then like his wife's there, Sue, and I call her Mrs. Penn, respectful.
Yeah.
I'm respectful.
Yeah.
And I just go, "Hi, Mrs. Penn." She goes, "Hi, Ryder." And we go, we're like hugging it out, just joking around, and I'm just screwing around. And all of a sudden, these people are like, "Oh, start going like this, and I'm like, see, Gus? I gotta go by here now. But they, yeah, just that whole thing with Gus and like all the guys, Rob, and like Rob and Gus were at my first Razor show I ever played.
Wow,
I played my very first Razor show. I played at Beyond Common.
oh,
And it was for a Headbanger for a Cure ran by Jess Carter. And we, yeah, it was like my starting pad. They're like, all right, we're on early. We're only doing a half-hour set.
yeah.
And it's my first show. I'm nervous as shit. And it was Rob comes over. I'll never forget this. And Rob comes over and he goes, "Man, how old are you?" And I said, "I'm 25. And he goes, "Jesus Christ, kid." He goes, "I was over 20. It was 25 years ago when I played my first show with Slay."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Holy shit." And he goes, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm a massive fan of it." He's like, "No, honestly, kid, you're gonna nail it. Don't worry about it. We'll see you. We'll keep seeing each other around." And yeah, it's always been like that.
Nice.
And the best part about that, the sound guy gets sick and the monitors blow.
Oh.
Yeah. So I not only am I nervous trying to figure out how fast to play, but Dave has to crank his fucking amp all the way to me.
Oh.
It was a disaster, but we had a lot of fun. Like, it wasn't too much of a disaster. They got it fixed and stuff. Yeah, we got through it, and but the crowd was fun. We had a lot of fun, and I love Jess Carter. She's a great promoter.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good time. Smoke that.
Yeah, I'll quick drag. We'll finish up these smokes.
Yep, I'm
Maybe wrap the show
gonna
up
head up
tonight.
for pee first
Yeah,
before you
yeah,
guys
right.
close off anything.
So like local bands where you are, who are the up and comers that you are kind of like fucking pretty good and very new like
Well, they're not brand new, but they're you got Invicta is a heavy hitter. They're amazing. You got Raider, you got Cerberus, you have APOC, obviously. Stolos is our local black metal band.
Yeah. I love the black metal. I'm more into like the heavier, darker shit. Like
Yeah, they're really good. And then us and
yeah.
there's not like, I'm sorry if I fucking leave. I'm sorry guys if I leave anybody.
I know it's so
Like,
hard to get everybody.
There's a lot of bands, but
I'm trying to give a
for
couple
metal,
bands
those are basically like the main ones that
that
are doing it. That's just out of our hall. Like that's our hall. Those are the people, right? So
now, one of the man's questions she always asks when she's off doing her thing there. What's the non-metal music that you have on your list? Like fucking Celine Dion or fucking.
Oh, fucking Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley? Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I have a whole catalog of shit that isn't metal that I listen to. I listen to a lot of rockabilly, psychobilly stuff, old country like George Jones and Patrick Cline and shit like that. Dwight Yoakam, Buck Owens.
Yeah.
And then I listen to a lot of I listen to Cab Calloway.
No way.
Yeah, man. And all that, because it's just nice to pull shit, like just pull ideas from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just listen to this one.
Oh yeah, man. No, you gotta branch out. Like I also listen on nonstop. I listen to NWA, like and Eazy-E and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I listen to a lot of tricks and techno. I've been finding myself listening to a lot of that. Just drifting off into the beat, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like I have my days where I'm just like, man, I just want to listen to Biggie all day, or this, that. Yeah, like just listen to old school stuff. Like I went on a Michael Jackson day. Like I just listened to nothing but Michael Jackson.
Doing the dance in the kitchen.
Yeah, while I was cleaning, I was working on my spins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moonwalk, I almost ended up in the bathtub.
Yeah.
I'll sit there mopping my floor. So it was yeah, man. That's basically like I wasn't raised metal up until later. I was always into older punk, like like Iggy and MC5 and all that jazz. And it just kind of grew, right? Like Richard Hell and the Voidoids. Listen, that's all because of Mom.
Yeah.
And Bob raised me on that stuff, like the Meteors and the Quakes and all that jazz. And then it just kind of grew from there. And it was just like harder and harder. And then I was listening to Exploited, GBH and Daglow and DOA.
Yeah, Diaglo are very pleasant fucking stage, man.
Yeah, Daggle's the best.
Yeah.
I fucking love Daggle.
I was actually
Spicy
canoeing,
given
man, and I had this
times.
shirt on, and this, how do I say this? The East Indian guy walked past me, he's like, I am my own god.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, fucking give me the horse and everything. He's like, can you do it? It's set on the back.
I remember me and my brother Will were sitting there. We were doing talking to Creighton, and DOA was on stage, and we were just trying to help him roadie. Like if stuff hits the like a
Yeah.
beer cup or whatever, like a mug or something on the stage or a bottle, like grab it. So because Joe's like, I'm old, I don't want to trip on this because I won't get up. Like, all right, Joe, no problem. And Creighton just turns to us, and we're talking to him. He goes, I've done so many pills. We can rebuild both towers in New York. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, those guys are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun with those guys.
Do you have any other questions over there, quietness?
I know, I'm really quiet, like I'm never this quiet, I'm really quiet today.
Yeah.
I'm a chatty cat.
I'm fine with it, somebody that talks more than me,
I'm
like,
almost
it
in
never
shock,
happens.
like I almost need more water, like I talk so much, double time over here.
I know, it's very rare you find somebody that talks more than me,
Sure.
very rare. This is like a once in a show thing.
Yeah, my poor friends. My poor friends.
Usually it's me that never shuts up, so it's kind
Oh.
of nice that I'm giving my mouth the rest today.
Maybe we'll drag you into that road tour thing you were talking about.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. We'll go to fucking sea or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That'd be
Wherever,
fun.
we'll work on that idea. I love that.
That's a
idea.
cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta give you credit there on that one.
yeah, man. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I'm-
We've got already quite a few people interested in it. I'll present the idea a little more different to them, more
Mhm.
structured instead of anything. More structured, you know, and we'll see where that
Make
goes.
sure I know the details before
No,
you
just-
go and blab it to the world.
Just cover the river and all. Get rid.
That'll be the road.
What do you
trip.
guys enjoy doing? Drinking.
Yeah.
That's our personal philosophy. No, it's yeah, man. That's a great idea. It'll work.
Mm.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love road trips. Those are my favorite things to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like going to new places, seeing new shit.
Yeah, learning the new, like, just being immersed in new culture all the time like that. It's so fun.
Mhm.
Like one of my favorite things to go to is the Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
it's
everything
serious.
in there, right?
Oh man, I love fishing.
Yeah.
My fishing buddy Poppy, man.
Oh,
You
I
get
got
a Poppy,
good
I
shit.
go Poppy in the summer and stuff, man. It's the best. It's the best. It's nice and quiet.
I
You
got
just sit there.
somebody I work with, he fucking, every time we're on the barge work and doing work out on the islands and stuff, he's fucking just fishing the whole time. He's like, come on, man, we gotta work with you. Oh, yeah, one more go.
One more, yeah.
It's
Get all
always,
by
it's
myself, right?
always one more.
Yeah, right.
You sit there, especially when you don't have, if you didn't catch anything, you're just like, you don't want to give up. You're like, okay, I invested 6 hours.
I've tried 30 years.
Yeah,
I'm catching
just
those
one
fucking
fish.
fish.
just rocking, me and my grandpa just rocking cigars. Like,
Yeah.
we'll bring up a bunch of backwoods, just a whole carton, shove it in the tackle box, just going.
I got a friend of mine, every time I come back from Cuba, I bring back cigars and we go over to his place and smoke cigars and drink
Oh, yeah.
scotch. I wear my shades. Right.
Yeah. Look like a real Pablo.
Yeah.
Julio Hernandez is gonna be your name.
I love it.
Because,
Julio.
see, that's your alter ego. Julio Hernandez provides
You know,
Yeah.
Cuban
no,
cigars.
he's gonna run with it.
I know it's totally another thing. man.
He's
He's gonna
shirt.
run with it.
You need a baseball team now.
He
Yeah.
said
I am
shirt, not
Julio.
shawl.
Julio.
There you go.
Julio.
There you go. Make that a thing where you just interview Dan smoking cigars and drinking whiskey by Julio Hernandez.
There you
One of
go.
those hats. One of those
Oh,
hats.
Fedora?
Let's do, you can be my first guest, bud.
There you go. Yeah, you could be the next Nardwar.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, and he's fucking
Yeah, coming
fantastic,
up.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big
love
things
that.
happening here in the boneyard.
Right? And on that note, we should finish it up.
Yeah. Now we do have
Definitely.
our breakfast show tomorrow morning at 11. And that's with Dan.
Varga,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Dan
from Varga?
He's a drummer.
He's coming in?
Yeah.
Well, he's through live stream, yeah.
Oh, okay, we're gonna say hi to Dan.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You know,
Yeah.
right?
I've met Dan a few
Awesome,
times, yeah.
Maybe we'll have this sitting for a bit or something.
Yeah, I'll come
Oh,
in,
be there.
I'll come in with shorts and
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Right. Just a random
I
walk.
should've
in.
done my haircut.
just no shirt.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Smoking a cigar, drinking whiskey.
Right. 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning, cigar and whiskey.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, that's tomorrow morning at 11.
Yeah, no, that could be a fun show, man.
Yeah, oh, we have Australia watching us.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
I can't wait to confirm.
I
some
know,
awesome
I
shit coming
did.
from
Yeah,
Australia
there's a
already,
few
right?
bands
Yeah.
coming from Australia.
Nice. Is one of them start with an M?
I don't
I didn't
know.
make it that far on my list.
I don't
only made
have
it
it in
April
front of
4th.
me.
I was gonna say, if it's Mason, they're fucking
I'll
awesome.
show you their stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll go
I'll
through
show you a bunch of
everything
the
later.
new metal shit I've got coming out of Texas, guys presenting. some
Mia
new
wants to
programs.
go to Texas so
Yeah.
fucking
I'm
bad.
going in the summer.
Her favorite YouTuber is from there. She knows more about Texas than she does about Ontario.
Wow.
Texas.
Yeah, oh yeah, she
I
wants to
thought
go
it was-
so
It
bad.
did suck driving across it, 'cause it's just wide as Ontario,
Yeah.
but it's just not as tall, right?
Right.
Fucking- It was 24 hours though, so like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
Texas-
she wants
Texas
to
is
go
the
so
shit,
bad.
But the problem was it's 85 mile an hour speed limit. I only had a little 4-banger mouth. It was like light speed for that car. It's like,
Steering wheel shaking,
I know, I'm like, God, man.
your pedals going through the floor, you're still not going
Have
fast.
that Fast and Furious moment where your bottom, you're starting through manifolds.
Yeah.
Everything starts dropping on your floor.
Oh, boy.
That trip was amazing, man. I did it all on my own. No one would come with me. Everyone's like, you're crazy. That car will never make it. I did the oil change, put some new tires, and left. Didn't have
Off you
CAA,
went,
didn't
yeah.
have no backup plan or nothing, right? I'm going to interview no paradise.
See ya. Right on. All right, well, is there anything else you want to tell people before we shut this
Double
shit show
mention
down?
too, where to get the merch and stuff.
Yeah.
I get to
Oh,
make
well, yeah,
something
get your merch at Shadow Kingdom or Relapse, and we'll see y'all real fucking soon.
Yeah, man, fuck. You'll be back on, we know it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll come back on.
Yeah.
I'll be a repeat.
Yes, sweet, man. Keep going.
I'm trying.